So I recently got myself the iFlight Chimera 7 FPV drone, and what's nice about this one is that I bought it with my own money, so no one had any influence on what I can say about this product. And iFlight shipped the drone out in all red TPU printed parts, and I think it will look way cooler in yellow. I don't know why, but I did this, so what do you think, yellow or red? Let me know in the comments. But the big question is the iFlight Chimera 7 really worth $750-ish? Let's find out. So it was on our latest trip to the northern part of Norway. I got to see this drone fly for the first time because my friend Philip had one, and I was honestly super surprised on how well it handled wind and the flight time and all that stuff. So that's basically what made me end up buying this drone. So the main reason why I got this drone is that I live in Norway and we are surrounded by beautiful mountains everywhere, and I think this is gonna be a really good drone for me. I know that the winter season is coming up and I hopefully will be able to get this drone to some snowy mountains and do some super cool cruising, but is it really worth it? And what are the reasons to spend that kind of money on a drone like this? You see, I've been flying a lot of drones, and I think that a lot of people just need a 5-inch to have the fun they need, because they can handle crazy maneuvering, it's acrobatic, it's easy to fix, it can take a beating for sure, and honestly I think that's more than enough for a lot of people, but I'm up for experimenting. But I still find a hard time to justify such an expensive drone. We're talking around $750 spec'd up the way I did it, and that's a lot of money for people. Another thing we really gotta talk about when it comes to buying new drones is batteries, because you can't fly your 5-inch batteries because they're just gonna be too small. And that's what I did when I when I bought the Chimera. I only had like these type of batteries. It was the Pizza Pack 1200, the China Hobby Line 1300, and I mean they gave me like 5-6 minutes of flight time, which is pretty good. But after a while I realized that I wanted to try a lithium ion pack. This is a 4000 milliamp hours, and it does okay. I get like 12 to 13 minutes of flight time, maybe 15 even if you're slow cruising, but I'm still not too sure about the whole Lion thing, because I've had incidents where I really needed to like punch over a tree I didn't see in my goggles or something like that, and I'm just afraid that I might hurt these batteries when I'm doing that. But so far it's been good. But I have a new favorite, because after I did some reading online, I found out that Align has a new 3300 milliamp hours LiPo battery, and I reached out to a local store in Norway called Elephant, and they were kind enough to send me a couple of these, and I've only been using this on the Chimera 7 since I got them. They are really good, and I'm not too afraid of pushing them too hard. And what I also really like about it is that it distributes the battery weight so well on the frame. I'm gonna show you some b-roll so you can see that, but I'm super happy with these batteries, and I highly recommend getting some of these if you have bigger drones like the 7-inch. Oh, and by the way, I get 12 to 15 minutes of slow cruising with these batteries, and I haven't been to scenarios where I was hoping to get more flight time, because I don't go on the furthest trips. I know some people are crazy, like going freaking 5 kilometers away. I don't do that, but yeah, so far they have been really good. And there's one last thing I really gotta mention. I also bought some weird stuff from the internet again, which I don't regret. It's called the GPS Mate, and what it does is that it has its own battery. So whenever I get to a place, I just press a button and it sends power to the GPS, which is brilliant, because typically you have to plug in your battery and it's just sitting there waiting for the GPS lock, and it takes forever. So what I do now is that I just take my quad, put it outside, press the button, and I'm gonna try it so you can hear it. You see? And that sends power to the GPS on the back. very smart. And honestly, I was so tired of, yeah, I just turned it off because I don't need the lock right now. But I was so tired of just waiting with my goggles and the remote in my hand, like, oh, 4 satellites, 5. So I'd rather just press this button, wait for some minutes. I might check, like plug in a battery and check how we are looking. But yeah, really cool accessory. You should really look into it. Even for 5 inches with GPS, I think that's a brilliant thing. And also I did go with the dual antennas, I mean the crossfire diversity. So what I have in the front is the Immortal T antenna, and I also have the barred pole antenna at the back, and I really dig the setup. Of course, I haven't had any issues, but as I said, I don't go 25 kilometers out in the horizon. So after a month of owning this drone, I am still super happy with it. I haven't had any issues at all, and it flies like a charm. I get the flight time I need, and I'm looking forward to try to test it more. But is this drone really worth it, and do you need it? So the final question, do you really need this drone? And to be honest, if you live in a city or in a tight neighborhood, I honestly don't recommend getting one of these because they're bigger, they're meant for long, slow cruising trips. But if you're like me, living in a place where it's mountains, bigger areas like a lake or something like that, I would say, heck yeah, if you got the money and you're willing to get a drone specifically just for cruising, I would get it for sure. It's super nice, it flies good, it's stable, but it's up to you. Maybe there's better options for $750-ish. But yeah, until next time, keep flying, and I'll see you guys really soon.